everyone. Welcome to... I forgot the number for a sec. Welcome to the 5th episode of from that podcast that I started out a while ago. I don't want to say its name because I don't want to. You know the name. So, as you already know by the video title, obviously...
kind of links below.
What? Alright, so with me today is Hayden Prindo, aka... I usually pronounce this wrong whenever I say this to him, but it's Gormaco, right?
Yes, you actually got it.
Oh, yeah, okay. I sometimes pronounce it wrong. Okay, so before we start, I figured we could do something a little bit funny. First, I don't know if this will go on in future episodes, but here it is. So basically, I've been skimming through the DW 2012 Discord server to find two messages, public messages. So both messages that I found, one was by Hayden himself. The other one was by another Discord user named eBay Wilbur. Do you know him or her?
Yes, I do.
Okay, it's a public Discord thread, so it's nothing personal. It's just something funny. So what I'm going to do to Hayden is I'm going to give him two of the Discord messages, and he has to guess which one of the messages he said or which one that eBay said. So it's one or the other. Okay, the first message is Orange Justice. I don't know what that means, but it's just Orange Justice with no E. The second message is literally die. Which one do you think is from you?
This is on our wiki, right?
What?
Both answers are both of the.
Yeah, I have the answers.
Statements are on your.
Yeah, so you could be either right or wrong. I know the answer.
I think it's the second one. I
Literally die?
don't.
Well,
Yeah, I think it's the that one.
well, I have to say you are surprisingly wrong. It was actually Orange Justice, so yeah, you're wrong.
Why did I say that?
I don't know. I searched these messages up from a month ago, so it will be hard for you to guess. Because no one remembers what they said in the past. That's a fact. Alright, so I don't know if this will pass on. I would have done it instead of Discord, I would use Twitter, but I can't find Hayden's I can't find any tweets by Hayden that are funny, so I had to go with Discord. Alright, so the first question is probably you could probably guess it by now, but the question is, how did you get into Doctor Who in the first place? And when you first got into it, was it the classic series or the revival series started from 2005?
Okay. So it all started back. I don't know. It was like a year or two before I actually started making YouTube videos. And I was just watching YouTube.
Okay.
Everyone was at that time. And then I saw something, I saw a Caveman Films video for the Dalek mod. I was like, okay, this looks cool. What's it for? So I searched it up on Netflix. It was there, and I started watching the modern series. He's not really knowing much about them. I thought the main villains were the gas mask kids at the time. And yeah.
Are you my mummy?
History.
Okay. So have you also watched the classic series as well, or you know nothing about it? I know you know about the Sirens because you made an audio fan film series about them on the first episode of the Clever Doctor Adventures.
The Sirens are not from The Sirens are not from the classic series or the modern.
Yeah, it's from the audios. Yeah, sorry.
But
Well, it's the audios based off classic.
I have seen a few. classic Doctor Who episodes, mainly Genesis of the Daleks, the Five Doctors, and
hello?
oh, did I cut out?
Yeah, you cut out. It's alright. So you said, I remember you said you watched Genesis of the Daleks and another couple of episodes.
Yep, Genesis of the Daleks, the Five Doctors, and Robot.
Alright. I seen the Five Doctors too. I don't remember much of it actually. I remember it was cool. Okay, so the second question is about Gormaco. Basically is how did you come up with the name? Simple question. Don't know if the answer is as simple.
Okay, so the original name for it was Cinema Awesomeness Entertainment, but that's a bad name because honestly, it just sounds like a 9-year-old named it. And technically a 9-year-old didn't name it. But Gormaco came. It was actually there's actually a different company called Gormaco.
Okay.
One that I looked up to. What?
I'm sorry. I just said okay.
It's one that I looked up to a lot because they made stuff like Marble Hornets. It was a horror web series, and I really liked their content. And then it was me and a few friends decided to make a store for it, and I thought, hey, I can sell some merch. So we named it Gormaco for. Honestly, I don't really know why, and I just thought, hey, I can sell stuff based off of my stuff, based off of my films here, so I renamed my channel Gormaco.
Oh, okay. Okay, I was about to ask. Okay, so the next question is also generic, and I apologize for it. The question is, what make you want to make Doctor Who fan films in the first place? After watching Doctor Who, obviously.
Okay, that I can't exactly remember, because I've been wanting to make a Doctor Who fan film since I was 10. I want to make.
Alright.
I think, like, all I know is that I was really young and just started out YouTube. And I honestly think it was DW 2012 that got me into it, and then stuff like the Overton audios and Doctor Who Velocity really made me push and actually do it.
Alright. These are good fan films. I have really nothing interesting to say. I literally stayed up last night. Okay, so next question is what? Sorry.
You cut out.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Those who are watching, I apologize. Me and Gormaco have bad connection, so if anything, blame the internet.
I'm literally right next to my internet router.
Alright, so you already answered this. The next question is, what are your inspirations? You said DW 2012 or Overton Audio's Doctor Who Velocity, but are there any other inspirations, or is that just it?
Honestly, not really, because until I saw your wiki, I didn't know that there was others outside of them.
Oh, okay.
Other than, like, Fractured Timeline, but I just consider that part. Well, that's just part of DW 2012, so.
Okay, so next question is, I think this might be a fun answer. I think this might be a fun question for you to answer. If it's not, I apologize. But you could go in details as much as you want. The next question is, what is the process? I mean, like, if we go into your brain, how can we see the process that you do for coming up with new Doctor Who stories? Because I know, like, you told me you were passionate about them.
I don't know. Honestly, I'd be randomly just laying in bed or in a shower or something.
Yeah.
Or I'm watching another Doctor Who and I'm just like, you know what? I'd be feel like tweaking a different idea and making it into something else, like
Like redoing
remake
it?
of Confessions is going, but like the remake of something like Confession, that's going to be heavily inspired by other episodes.
Okay.
And pretty much a lot of my stuff, it's either that came out randomly in my head, or I see something and I want to do my own version of it.
All right. So next question is what film before your because I heard your computer crashed down, but the next question is what film editor do you use for your computer?
I used a mix of, if it was really hard effects, I would use After Effects, but for the most part, I used Sony Vegas.
Oh,
But
fancy.
I will use Premiere and After Effects when I get a computer.
Okay, so the next question is why did you got the unknown editor 07 to compose or make your intro?
I did not like the intro that I had for Heist of the Daleks. It was one that I made myself, and I thought it was very lazy.
Okay.
And I saw
Harsh.
the unknown editor making a lot of really cool ones, so I just asked him, and he said yes. So.
Very interesting answer. Okay, so next. I'm sorry if these questions are boring you. So next question is, how do you choose your actors for your series? I mean, is it hard or not hard?
With someone like Isaac, he actually came. But for the most part, it's literally just asking a friend. Like Gemma, I made her sign a contract.
You made her sign a contract?
I have a lot of actors that I want to use that are on standby.
Wait, you made Gemma sign a contract?
Yeah.
Was it legalized? Is it like a legit contract?
No, it's not a legalized contract. It's just something that, like.
Imagine if it is legalized. Oh my gosh.
But pretty much it just means you have to show up.
It's more like a.
Until I'm done with you.
It's not like legal in the court system. It's more like legal in friendship. Like you legally sign.
Legal here.
Yeah, legal in the heart.
Yeah, there's a lot of people I have on standby. There's some that's ongoing, and it's just pretty easy. Just ask people or use casting, which it once.
All right. I think.
Twice.
Yeah, I think Hayden said he used casting call. I don't. Yeah. So next question.
Taught me about that website.
So, I showed Hayden that website, so I contributed a little bit to it. I'm kidding. Okay, so next question is: Are you confident with your own acting and voice acting?
Acting and
body acting and voice acting.
I feel like in voice acting I'm a lot weaker, but I feel confident that I can do whatever I need to.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so for anyone like who's nervous about voice acting or doing any acting at all, what's your advice to get them less self-conscious or be better than who they are?
Honestly, it just takes a lot of practice. If you're trying to go to, like, what I did, if you're trying to get, like, let's say British accent, just start mimicking a British actor or whatever accent actor you like, and just until you get proficient at it. Like, the British accent I do, I mainly got off the Lieutenant.
What is this? Is this a
sure,
good?
It's a bad British accent, but still.
Oh, okay. Do I do a good? No, damn it! Dang it! Let me try again. Do I go do no? Do I was you know what? I can already tell my fake British accent's bad, so I'm not going to ask. Okay, so after you created episode 1 of your series, you sent me an email about wanting to include your series in the wiki. Um, so my question is, you don't have to answer this, but if you want, how did you find the wiki in the first? Wait, is that the question? I thought I misread it. How did you become aware of the wiki in the first place? Like what like was it like was it advertised or something?
It wasn't advertised. It was just one of the first links of an active Doctor Who fan film wiki that I saw.
All right, active.
That's about it. It was
just active.
Yeah.
All right, so
What?
I'm about to ask the next question. So, in Just Keep Yoing, the second episode, the last Doctor mentioned that Jesus, like the Yo-Yo Man, had to rise to power by destruction and claimed to be the savior. So, what? My question is, what is the purpose of that phrase, and are you trying to convey a religious message or any message at all?
With all the stuff that most of the time, unless it's blatantly obvious, I am not intending to impose some kind of message.
Yeah,
like
I figured.
Chris Chibnall. It was mainly something just to make Gemma laugh. What I do is that me and Gemma get into the script, and then I write my lines, and she writes her lines, and honestly, I was just trying to make her laugh, because Just Keep Yoing thing was literally made because of an inside joke.
All right, so it's not serious, it's just like a joke. All right, so next.
That Jesus thing was a joke, but yes, in this universe, he is a Sloopy.
Oh, okay. Oh, it just got to.
No, not really.
Okay. I can't wait. I can't wait to see if you have. Yeah, I'm not going to say it. This is a kid-friendly show. Okay, so next question is, why? What got you to make the decision? So in your main fan film series, the first one, the Doctor started out his adventures while missing his own TARDIS. Like in the first episode, the Doctor's TARDIS like sort of get away from him. Why did you choose to make that decision?
Because have you seen all the other fan films with really bad green screen TARDISes?
Yeah, but I'm not going to name them right now.
I did not want to do that. I wanted to wait until I can build my own TARDIS.
Okay.
And I am getting pretty close to finishing that, actually.
Oh.
By that, I mean not really. I am still stuck on designing it.
Okay. How are you on this? So, like, are you technically designing it, like counting all the measurements, or just, like, basic design, like the basic idea?
We already have the measurements of the console.
Okay.
We have all the panels built.
All right. That's pretty cool, actually.
The button layout and where all the switches and stuff go.
So you're just hoping that it might be made in the future.
It's going to be made by the season 1 finale. That's all I can say.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So, according to your recent Instagram post, well, it's not recent, but you said you were remaking your mini-sode Confessions. What made you decide to remake it? And after it's been released, what would be the noticeable differences that you could say?
So I thought, I just wanted to get something out during quarantine. That wasn't an audio drama, and I thought, Confessions could be done mostly with the green screen and trippy effects. I think I can do it, and and so that's what I am going to do.
Okay.
Once I get a new computer, and the noticeable difference is everything. It is going to be an entirely new episode. It's like the Final Fantasy VII remake, where it's so different. You can consider it an entirely new thing.
Okay. Okay, that's pretty cool, and mysterious. It's mysterious. Never mind. Okay, so. When do you think when do you think the episode will be released? What's your estimate?
I don't have one.
You don't have an estimate?
Because I have no estimate on when a new computer's getting here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, fair. It's fair enough.
It's not. She hasn't ordered it yet, so.
All right. Okay. So. Okay. So the next question is, how is production for your upcoming? Well, I don't know if your computer is in charge of all of that, of all the production, but how's the production going for everything you're working on so far? Doctor Who fan film related.
It's mostly out of the only thing that is going is the librarian, which I have no creative control over. I mean, I'm writing an episode of them, and I'm going to be cameoing.
Okay.
In an episode in the future, but for the most part, no creative control over that. But it's their series; they can do what they want. It's just my universe. Everything else is on hold until I get a new computer.
Wait, what can you tell? For the audience who don't know, what can you tell us about the librarian?
The librarian is another renegade Time Lord who just goes on adventures with companions. They're really obsessed with the Doctor, and I think that's all I can say without accidentally getting something wrong or leaking something that the person making that librarian doesn't want me to say.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, so next question is another question about the story. So, as of when Confession's been released, Gemma has been separated from the Doctor. Man, the Doctor let these women go real fast. So Gemma's been separated from the Doctor. She reappeared in audio stories narrated by you, where she encountered the Master during the Salem witch trials. So my question is, what made you what got you to separate Gemma from the Doctor to their own separate stories? What made you separate them?
You've gotten a small detail wrong.
Shit. Shoot.
Revamp happens. Because Revamp, I purposely made a Dr. Light story so I can focus on Gemma's character and also have sprinkles of something else.
Okay.
That's in pre-production casting phase. But the entire point was to just get Gemma alone for Revamp, and then they'll come back and then they'll separate for the side adventures and bring. You're right. I got something wrong. So, what can you tell us about the audio series for Ender Vein Retribution, and how does it connect to your Doctor Who series? It connects very minimally, but it connects nonetheless. Ender Vein Retribution, the audio series, is the finale to my that it started 6 years ago when I started making YouTube videos. It's ending this year. Okay. Hopefully this year. How sad? It connects because the Ender Vein Retribution, he's going to different universes in the grand and multiverse. There's just as seen stuff that he thinks he created, and at the second to last episode has him going to the Doctor Who universe where he
course. Okay, next question. Has COVID-19, it's probably an obvious question, but has COVID-19 affect your series production so far?
Definitely.
Yeah.
It hurt Revamp the most. Revamp was literally going to be filmed the weekend that quarantine happened. We were going to film it that weekend, but quarantine happened, so we had to put it on hold.
Alright. Sucks. Okay, so since COVID-19 happened, I believe that you got bored and made an audio series called Doctor Who: The Side Adventures. Is that right?
You cut out.
Oh, okay, sorry. What I was saying is that since COVID-19 happened, you created an audio series called Doctor Who: The Side Adventures. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so my question is basically, what can you tell us about the series, and does it relate to the main story of your series in any way, or is it just like literally what the title suggests, the side adventures, like just like fries on the side?
I mean, it does have stuff that will be thrown into stuff that happens in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Raider from Lost Souls comes back in the series.
Okay, cool.
Side Adventures finale, but also will come back for 200 subs. So, it does have some significance, but overall, it's just one way to bridge a gap between the revamp episode and the episode after that.
Alright. So, the first episode was written by Isaac Travels. Can you tell us why you decide for him to write it?
He came up to me with a script idea, so I told him go for it. He wrote it, and then I edited the script, and then that's just how it be.
So, speaking of Isaac, my question is, why did you choose him to be cast as the Classy Doctor for the spin-off audio series, The Classy Doctor Adventures? And when you cast him, did you knew that he portrayed a mysterious doctor in another fan film series created by someone named Ewan Hoyle?
First off, no, I did not know he played a mysterious doctor.
Okay.
And secondly, he was the only person to actually audition.
Alright.
He was the only person to audition.
Huh.
But he did such a good job, I think I would have chosen him anyway.
Oh, how nice. Okay, so when you created a Classy Doctor series, what makes him different from the last Doctor? Like, obviously when you create a series, you want like put a new perspective on a Doctor, like a different person. So what makes him different from the last Doctor?
So the last Doctor, it's gonna be very apparent overall as the last Doctor series continues.
Okay.
The last Doctor, he doesn't think fondly of the Classy Doctor, and that will be explored questions, but pretty much, the Classy Doctor did mess up a lot, but overall his stories will be in much more of like classic series tone. You'll have of a classic series Doctor personality where he's always kind of up and about, while the last Doctor is more of a modern series Doctor, or all based and stuff, and sometimes he goes too far. So that's the difference.
So next question is, how did you find the Classy Doctor's companion actress? Okay, no, I'm sorry. how did you find Katrina O'Day to portray the companion for a classy doctor? How did you got her dedicated to be the companion?
So, I've known her for a few years as an online friend. We met together through my Sever horror series.
Okay.
One in which I will not speak its name because I am ashamed of it.
Alright,
But
that's fine.
we got talking, we became really friends, and she likes Doctor Who, and I had her voice act in episode 2 of Retribution, and I thought she did a really good job.
Okay.
So I asked her, hey, do you want to be you guys' companion? She said, yeah, sure. And then she takes almost 3 months to get a few lines in.
What if she's hearing this right now? What would you say to her right now, this very second?
Hey, Cat.
Well, okay. So in the Mysterious Dinner Party, an episode of the Classy Doctor Adventures, the Valyard showed up, who's portrayed by you. Voiced by you, I'm sorry. So apparently I believe it was implied that the Valyard was based on the Last Doctor, because he said that he stole his appearance, but the Classy Doctor did not recognize him because the Last Doctor was his future incarnation. So my question is that true? Or was it just a coincidence?
Yes, that's completely the intention.
Alright. What can you tell us more about it?
Well, the original plan was that he was going to show up in the finale of the Last Doctor's adventure as kind of a mirror, of it, like the Valyard was supposed to be the Last Doctor, or after he went so far down.
Oh, okay.
It was his last chance to get out of it. But I have a different purpose for him. He will show up later with the Classy Doctor, and he will be more of a Classy Doctor villain.
Alright.
As I have another plan for another evil version of the Doctor.
Another evil version of the Doctor. Okay. So, speaking of the Mysterious Dinner Party, I was in the episode. The question is mainly about me. How would you rate my acting? And would you have me open for future projects? And be honest about this, because I could take it if I could really take an answer. To be honest.
Do you believe you did well?
I did not believe I did well.
From what I remember, you were pretty fast with giving me your lines, which I couldn't say for a lot of these people.
Okay. Do I have
the future?
Oh yeah, cause
audio drama.
Yeah, cause the Classy Doctor. No, he knows about the Classy Doctor and his companion.
Knows the Classy Doctor and Julia, but they didn't know him.
All right. So, how would you rate my acting? Like 0 out of 10?
I'd give it like a 7 out of 10.
Oh, okay. I'm actually kind of flat. I'm actually flattered by the first time I actually got 70. I'll take it. I'll take it. I like that. Hopefully I could be in more projects with other people if they want to. But let's not talk about me anymore, because I feel that word. I was about to say that word. Narcissist. Yeah, that's the right word. Okay, so let's talk about Ewan Hoyle instead. So speaking of Ewan Hoyle, how did you become aware of his series? And what got you and him to team up to make an audio series that takes place in the same universe as his series?
So you were actually the one that made me aware of him, because
I did.
I kept seeing on the homepage. I kept seeing on your wiki's homepage, the Friends of Foes.
Oh yeah, I should really update that.
So that's where I started. So I watched all of his stuff in a day, cringed at most of it.
Okay.
And then said, hey, I commented, hey, if you ever want to merge universes or something, I'd be down for it. And at Friends and Foes. seeing Isaac as, the mysterious doctor.
Yeah.
And then one night, Ewan hit me up on my Gormaco account.
Okay.
It was pretty late for me. So when he asked, I accepted it because I was tired. And honestly, I think it was a good decision.
Alright, son. I'm sure he'll be glad to hear that. I was about to ask something else about... Oh yeah, I remember... so you uploaded a video called Advertising the Realm Master, which will cross over Isaac... technically it's Isaac's series now, to be honest. Isaac's series, aka UN series, to your series. What can you say about Realm of the Master?
The Realm of the Master will no longer be a crossover of universes between Ewan's doctors and my doctor.
Wait, what? No. I already know this. I asked this for the audience. Sorry, continue.
Ewan did like it as soon as he figured it out. As soon as he of it, just like, hey, is this fine? Apparently Isaac did not tell him about that. And so instead we're reworking Realm of the Master to be episode 4 of my Phantom series. So it's going to be the Classic Doctor and the Last Doctor.
Alright. It would have been... Yeah, I'm not going to say anything. Okay, for reasons. So speaking of UN series, what do you like and dislike about the series? What can you say? What can you like a small review? Don't make it like a full YouTube review though. We don't have time for that.
So what I like is pretty much most of his season 3.
You say what you like.
I feel like that's when
okay.
That's when he really got his footing.
That is season 3 is like the best season.
But I don't really like most of season 1 and 2.
Okay, that's understandable.
It's very apparent. I'm enjoying his special editions, but their originals, I cannot understand what the hell is going on half the time.
All right. Okay, so. Next question is, whenever you come up with a new story, the Clever Doctor Adventures, does you and Hoyle supervise the episode, or in any way, because it does take place in his universe?
I do ask him for his approval every time I come up with a story, like one that we're working on right now.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he could be working on the cover for it now. For the most part, I'm going to him with the ideas, and he either approves or gives some feedback. But most of the time, he just approves. I mean, he doesn't have that much rules other than make sure it aligns with the storyline, which honestly is
that makes sense.
This book, it's mainly chill.
All right. Okay, so what is the when you create this new series, The Last Doctor, he is voiced by you. He has the same looks as you. So my question is, what is the difference between the Clever Doctor and the Last Doctor besides their appearance? No, their appearance is the same. What am I talking about? What's the difference?
The Last Doctor was mainly tweaked to be what I wanted the Clever Doctor to. My original plan was to have the Clever Doctor be called the Mad Doctor and be he's still the Doctor, but honestly, with his movements and his voice acting, mistake him for the Joker.
Okay.
He is an unstable version of the Doctor. That's what I wanted the Clever Doctor to be. but Ewan declined, saying it was too much. He didn't want an evil version of the Doctor apart from the corrupted Doctor.
Okay.
I just thought, okay, I'll take this idea and apply it to the last Doctor. That's the main difference. The clever Doctor is more of the Doctor than the last Doctor.
So it's like more innocent.
Yes.
All right. More like goody two shoes. All right. So, they both, despite that both Doctors look the same, they both have really cool suits that are really different. So how did you choose the wardrobe for both characters individually?
You cut out.
Oh, I'm sorry. My question is, both Doctors, both played by you, have different wardrobes despite their same appearance. So my question is, how did you choose their wardrobes individually?
Their wardrobes?
Yeah, they're like basically what they wear.
With the last Doctor, I mainly thought, with the first episode, I just needed a costume fast and have time to really pick out stuff, especially since at the time I did not have any of the materials for the costume I have now.
Okay.
So I just grabbed something from a cosplay I did, put on some jeans there. That's the last Doctor, but started scrolling through Amazon and picking stuff I liked and asking for that for Christmas, and that's how I got that. This suit was originally going to be this suit I originally wore for. By this suit, I mean the clever Doctor suit.
Okay.
Due to some scheduling, just for the people watching. But I originally wore it as the Daleks. Did not account for the black tie that Isaac instead wore, but for the most part, it was pretty spot on to what Isaac ended up wearing. But I just thought it was originally going to be for Slender Man out the costume.
Okay.
But that fell through. I mean, I have the entire costume. I have it for something, but I was just looking around. I'll mix the tie from the last Doctor with the clothes of the clever Doctor, and now of the classy Doctor. Add some goggles, and that'll be the clever Doctor. That was pretty much my thinking.
It's your intake. All right. So the next question is something I could ask about all your series individually, but instead the next two questions are going to be about everything you work on overall. So the first question is, do all the series you work on have any story arcs? This includes
all my series.
Yeah, like basically every Doctor Who related thing you work on. Do they all have story arcs? The classy Doctor, the last Doctor, the clever Doctor, any other series you work on?
Last Doctor, I have the story arc all the way planned out. I even changed some things really fast earlier. Classy Doctor was never meant to have a story arc, but after season 1 there will be a box set like arcs, like you know how Big Finish they have like all the adventures of like one mega arc inside one box set. That's pretty much what's going to be the Classy Doctor.
Okay.
One Clever Doctor has no strict story arc at the moment.
Okay.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. There's story arcs when I want them to be. That's just it.
Alright, so whenever you come up with a new story for a new Doctor Who story, like let's say you come up with a new Doctor Who monster or some plot, I guess, how do you decide which series do you want the story to correspond to? Like if you want the story to be on the Classy Doctor series or the Last Doctor series or Clever Doctor series, because I understand it might be difficult since you have a bunch of series all together, and it might be hard to, if you come with a new concept, then then you have to
No,
decide.
it's actually fairly easy.
Oh,
Stuff
really?
like,
Super easy, barely inconvenience. Just a reference on something. I always want to say that.
So, with and I have in season 2
Uh-huh.
of my regular fan film, I like there was an idea that I originally had for you in series, but I thought, I feel like this could help with the Last Doctor's stuff more.
Okay.
I need to. So I gave the monster 2 more stories, one for the library and one for the classy doctor, and pretty much it's just seeing where could this help the character in terms of character development.
All right. So let's talk. So recently you uploaded a trailer for a new Doctor Who series, centering around the Last Doctor, taking place in Ewan's universe. It's called Doctor Who Earthbound. What can you tell us about it? Does he have to does like every episode, is it like a sitcom, like he lives in a house or something?
Actually, one of the main ways I described it to a friend was Doctor Who meets Full House. But pretty much the entire thing is the trickster has trapped the clever doctor on Earth, and the only way he can save the world and stop the trickster is just staying inside the house that the trickster trapped him in.
Okay.
And at least one of the roommates I have planned will become a full-time clever doctor companion. And after Earthbound's finished, but for now he's just trapped on Earth dealing with both outerworldly and innerworldly threats. Like, let's say one episode he's fighting the Daleks, or the next episode he's plumbing.
So, recently, this reminds me, the new series for, that takes place in the Marvel Cinematic Universe called WandaVision, takes place after Avengers Endgame, where I don't know what series is mainly about, but it appears that Wanda and Vision are stuck in the 1950s sitcom, while also being endangered by something, since Vision is technically dead. So what can you say about that? Is it similar in any way?
To Earthbound?
Yeah.
Well, we don't have much going for WandaVision yet. We all have a trailer, even then it can be incredibly misleading.
Yeah, that's true.
But there could be some similarities, but at the moment, I do feel like they're 2 completely different concepts-ish.
Yeah, this stuff happens. Like when James, I'm about to make another reference that's not even Doctor Who related, but like when James Gunn created a movie Super starring Rainn Wilson, well, during the same year, another superhero movie with a similar concept called Kick, with the A word, I'm not going to say it because cursing. They released on the same year, and there was a little bit of controversy, but both creators seem okay with it. I just love making that kind of reference. I should do that more often instead of talking much about Doctor Who. All right, so next question is, what can you tell us about Gormaco shorts that was announced on your Instagram? That apparently appeared to feature. Yeah, it appeared to feature both you and Ewan's universe, as far as I know.
The Ewan's universe shorts turned into Earthbound.
Oh, okay.
The Gormaco's the shorts that's happening in my universe are still a work in progress. Like something like Shipwrecked, that's either going to be completely reworked, or even though it was completely filmed.
Okay.
Or I'm just gonna scrap that entirely. For a multitude of reasons. Just don't expect much.
All right.
You're going to be small scale stuff, for the most part. My brother tripped over the power supply, which, due to the case not fitting in, upgraded it, was laying out, and it yanked, causing it to break, so I really cannot fix anything.
Okay.
And so that's dead forever, but I'm going to get a new and better one.
Alright. Okay, so what was it do you use Mac or Windows, and will your new computer be the same type, never mind.
You've been to my streams, I use a Windows.
Oh. Okay, yeah, okay. I did not, I honestly forgot. So
I'm Windows. Because gaming.
Yeah, because you have the Windows logo on the left corner of the screen. Oh, yeah. So you will get another Windows computer?
Yeah, mainly just because I still want to.
Alright. So how will this affect future projects, the computer malfunction?
Well, I already said all of them are
okay
until I can.
Yeah.
That's how it's impacted.
Just like you can't edit anymore, something.
Yeah, no.
Alright.
Like, it'll be absolute torture if I had to, do the Confessions remake on my phone.
Like iMovie? Or if you're using
No, I'm using Video Leak, the shorts I'm making on my phone in Earthbound.
Alright. So do you have so what film editor do you use on your phone? If you like decide to use your phone from now on?
Video Leak.
Alright. Okay, so the next question is regarding the 200 subscribers special of the Gormaco YouTube channel, which you happen to own, my friend. So the special will be a Doctor Who special featuring literally a bunch of Doctor Who characters. What can you tell the viewers to expect from the special?
Expect Zagreus.
Zagreus?
You know that like 4-hour Doctor Who audio drama Big Finish made Zagreus?
I don't listen to
something like that.
All right.
My goal with it is to make the viewers go insane.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're right. You told me this privately. Okay. Like, so who out of your mind, based on your memory, who will be in the special?
I got my computer here. I can just load up the cast list.
Okay. Well, I mean, the next questions I'll already be reviewing most of them. I don't even know why I put this question. Why did I?
Anyway, we have the Last Doctor, Lassie Doctor, a new Doctor called the Afro Doctor. Gemma, for her first audio drama appearance. We have Julia. We have the Brigadier, who would have originally had the first appearance in Side Adventures, but we have Brigadier Laurel Lee.
Okay.
We have the Librarian and the Maestro from the Librarians series.
Alright.
We have Ellis. What?
I said alright. Continue.
We have Ellis who's be in Revamp, but was also mentioned in Confessions.
Alright.
We have someone named Lyra, who's going to be in something involving Ellis after her Revamp happens. We have my sister playing the Master. We have Ewan playing the Master again. We have the Daleks. We have Davros, and we have the Operator.
That's a lot. It's like Avengers. It's like Infinity War. So
the way it's structured, it shouldn't be a hindrance.
All right. So in the special, you have Ewan Hoyle to voice the Master, what made you want to choose him to? He voiced an incarnation, but what made you choose? What made you choose him for that role?
What did I? Sorry, you cut out a bit.
Okay, sorry. What made you choose you? What got you to choose Ewan Hoyle for the role of the Master?
I do like him voice acting. I feel like he could something like the Master.
Yeah.
So I asked him, and he said yes, but not too much. So expect him maybe once or twice more.
All right.
After, yeah.
Next question. On one of your Instagram posts, you reviewed that new incarnation of the Doctor, like you mentioned, will appear in the special, who is known as the Afro Doctor. Besides the funky hairstyle, what can you tell us about the incarnation and the person who played him?
Luke O'Neill, who was, he animated the third episode of Ricochet series.
Yeah.
He's on Gormaco.
Hey, I know that guy.
I really like his energy. I feel like he can really encompass, like, a Tom Baker-esque Doctor-ish.
Okay.
He's, like, he's spastic, he's out there, he's really energetic and happy. But right now, he's neither before or after the last Doctor.
Alright. Okay, so...
It explains soon, hopefully.
So, recently you uploaded an interactive story about Torchwood, where it included a code and you misspelled the word orientation. So, my question is, is it related to your Doctor Who universe? And if it doesn't, then what's the point of making it?
It relates to my Doctor Who universe.
Okay.
And because the audio of the stuff after, or you start decoding all the codes and you get SoundCloud link.
Yeah.
It takes you to an audio recording by Alex, who runs that Torchwood branch and who's doing the energy.
All right. Next question. Does anyone in your personal life know about your series or any of the stuff you do on YouTube?
Can you say that again?
Does anyone in your personal life know about your Doctor Who series or any of the stuff you do on YouTube?
Everyone. I'm pretty sure everyone I know does know I do this. Some of them are going to be acting in it. Some people are just aware of it and support me.
Okay.
But yeah, for the most part, everyone I know knows I do it.
All right. Next question. What can you tell us about the Dark Manor podcast, which is on another channel you made, which is another podcast? What can you tell us about the podcast?
It's ending. It is going to end as soon as I get in my computer.
Oh.
We're going to have a finale. We're going to have a final one. We're just not having that much fun with it. But
Okay.
I am repurposing the Dark Manor name for something else.
All right. I did not expect this answer, to be honest. I was about to make a joke since...
Wow, come in.
What?
But that's the end of my own podcast on another person's podcast.
I was about to make a joke where I say you better not rip off my... you better not... We're both podcasts and we're both competing or something. I don't think it's going to be clever, but whatever. The clever doctor, huh?
That wouldn't work because mine's about creepypastas. Yours is about Doctor Who.
Yeah, but... Yeah, like I said, it's not clever or smart. Okay, next question is... what can you tell us about your YouTube channel, HP Pringle, where you made a food review about Cheetos.
H Pringle.
Yeah.
Is my channel. What if it doesn't fit on Iris Gaming, soon to be rebranded, and Gormaco, it will go on H Pringle. Like I do have, like I put some actual legitimate covers on it, other than that joke the one I made. MCU Retrospective is going to be on there, or pretty much anything that I want is going to be on there.
Okay. Alright, next question. Are you thinking about pursuing filmmaking as a career? Since you have
Yes, my goal is to become a director.
Okay. That's a pretty bold move. Alright, next question. You created a series known as I'm sorry, I mispronounced it. Doctor Who, the Purple Doctor Adventures, which is basically DW's series but just ducks. My question is, how did you come up with the beloved concept, the classic concept, which my grandchildren or your grandchildren will remember for years to come?
I do not. Okay, I have other plans for Who audio adventures. Like, I'm planning on doing one for every single DW2012 doc. The next one will be Cravat Doctor. But I do not remember how that name started. I know I started it.
Okay.
But I don't remember how.
Do you think you might start it on Discord or anything?
I know I started it on the DW2012 fan Discord, but...
Alright. Next question. Same. So, after the series got released, you got praise from people who actually work on DW 2012's universe or multiverse, whatever you like to call it. Including when DW 2012 and Meg Shirley commented on the video praising the work. So, how did you feel when they commented on it?
I was ecstatic. Like, the fan film community is so great that they can just appreciate that joke.
Yeah.
Like, with overtone audios, like they're like, I actually talked to them about it, and like I just really like them, and I felt really validated when like Megan Shirley and the actual DW 2012 account out commented on and just said they laughed at it. It felt really good.
So next question is, after the video's been released, I believe you were at some point in charge of the DW 2012 meme fam account. Is that, or are you affiliated with it? That's my question. If so, are you still affiliated?
I still co-run it, yeah.
All right. You just come up with freshy memes. So the next question will be a hard question for me to ask, because this episode will be dramatic and drama starting now. So on the DW 2012 Discord server, you publicly made the Doctor Who fanfilm database. You made the wiki be aware of several cast and crew members of Luke Newman's DW 2012 universe. So I was about to take a shower, but then you pinned me, and I was like, what the frick? And I got really embarrassed. And then even Dominic G. Martin edited the page, he edited the Purple Doctor page himself after this, and he said to me that why was the page saying was instead of is, and then I didn't want to explain it at that point because I was about to take a shower. So my question is, do you know how embarrassed I was, and what were you thinking when?
No. Oh, I just found it extremely funny how for most of the DW 2012 universe, they just said this doctor or this character was an incarnation. Like right now, Megan's thing is still Megan Shirley is a companion.
Yeah,
of the doctor.
does a stub page. Does a page that's not really complete is called stub page. So I don't really want to make those anymore because it's obviously going to lead to more embarrassments.
Sorry about that, man.
So it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. I don't really take anything personal. So, what are things you could praise and criticize about the wiki?
Well, I mean, you're really thorough about it, but there's stuff that for the most, if it got cameo in a video, then he's like, yeah, sure, that's the fan film, and put it on there. I don't really think you should do that. I honestly believe Doctor Who fan film wiki should just be for fan films and not like little cameos.
Oh, here's the thing. So obviously this was my fault. So when I originally created Wiki, I had a different mindset. I did not. Back then, I was obsessed with Doctor Who. I was not just obsessed with Doctor Who fan films. I was obsessed with Doctor Who fanon or in other medias. I was like, oh my gosh, there's that version of Doctor. Oh my gosh, there's so many versions. I wish I know most of them. I wish there could be some way I could express them. And then I created a wiki of it. But obviously, the title is misleading. For those who are watching, it's not just for fan films. It's for anything parody to Doctor Who too. So if I want to tell this to my past self, then I would tell him that you might want to name another wiki that's relevant to what it's saying, but at this point it's not relevant because the people who go to the wiki like you expect fan films, not like all the other stuff like epic rap battles of history, super Toon Sandwich. But obviously that's what it is, and that's kind of my fault on it, so I apologize. But obviously I don't really want to rename it because I feel like I don't know. So speaking of Discord, I asked on your Gormaco Discord server that can I suck on your toe? You did not answer that question, and I just want to know why you didn't.
No, you may not. No, you may not.
Why didn't you answer? Why can't you just say no?
If you posted it on the Q&A text chat, right?
Yeah, I did. It was a joke, obviously.
Yeah, for the most part, if it's something like that, I don't really want to answer it. Like, the Q&A text channel on my Discord server, I mean for it to be used for
serious purposes.
Legit questions.
All right, I understand. I'm not embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed like the DW 2012 incident. But I understand that part.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm done with my questions, but we're not about to end the episode just yet. So, like I mentioned before, Hayden Prindo did have problems with the wiki, and he did show off to DW 2012 Discord server. So I figured, why not have him question me? So I thought that would be fun. I asked him to create questions for me that I would answer. So I thought it would be fun. Yeah. So I chose Gormaco to be the one to ask me questions because like I said, I feel like he's the biggest criticizer of my wiki, and I actually do like that because I don't really like how no one else is seeing the bad parts of the wiki. So I figured, yeah.
I'm the biggest criticizer of your wiki and universe. So
Yeah. So as of now, I'm handing my. So as of now, before you ask the questions, I'm currently hosting the show right now, but I'm temporarily going to give my hosting powers to you, and once I've done that, you decide how the episode ends. You have to decide how the episode ends. You have to like say your greeting, whatever. So yeah. So now you're the host. Now I'm just a guest star. But technically, I appeared in all the episodes, but whatever.
Okay. I don't have that many questions. But
Okay, that's.
what?
Never mind. I was about to say that's fine.
Okay. So, I'll just start with the obvious. How did you get into the fan film community?
This one's really embarrassing. I got into the fan film community. I don't remember actually. I think my favorite fan films were not. My two favorite fan films were both Minecraft and Gmod Doctor Who. They're not based off story quality. They're just based off of nostalgic. I just got into Doctor Who. I thought at the time it was the best show I ever saw. I liked the concept. And then I discovered there was like other possibilities, like other fan films, other alternate universes. So that's how I got into it. And then I got into different genres: Minecraft, other gaming stuff, live action, animated, comedy, even the one that parodies My Little Pony, which I do not think it's bad, but it's also embarrassing to some people. But I'll try not make it embarrassing. So, yeah.
And if you like My Little Pony, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't really. I'm about to answer this question briefly. I do liked it when I started out, but like all shows don't stay good forever. You know what I mean? Like they wear out. I'm not so. I do like I still like the show in my heart, but I don't know if it's still good in my heart. You know what I mean? Sort of like if you watch a TV show that's good but start deteriorate. I'm not going to say anything bad about it. All right. This is why this question has nothing to do with Doctor Who. All right. Next question. Oh wait, no, you're the host. I'm sorry. You should say next question. How did I? Ewan? Oh. If you don't know, I originally had a reaction channel. It's still up. You could find it. You could search it up right now. If you saw, I make crappy reactions of Ewan series, but because I pay attention to it, Ewan does. I asked Ewan for permission first because I didn't want him to find out, and then he just be angry for me using it without permission.
Some reaction channel should.
Yeah. So he said yes. I reacted to the first 2 seasons, I believe. I don't remember much. And then
the second season though?
Yeah, I reacted to all second season except 3072. I know I did not react to that one. So yeah, and then later we both became friends. He cast me as Walter Smith in Resurrection of the Black Warrior and as a Time Lord at the season 3 finale. And then after that, we both disagree on something. We both disagree on a lot of things. We're not technically friends anymore. We're not friends anymore at this point. But you know what? But I'm not going to say anything bad. It's not really anyone's fault, to be honest. We just both don't get along. So it's sort of like Jamie and that other guy from MythBusters. Like they ended the show, and then after that they never work with each other again.
Okay. What was the creation of Walter Smith like?
Oh God. The rest are going to be about UN series, isn't it? Okay. Walter Smith.
No, there's one more. There's one more about Walter Smith after this, and then the rest are participating.
Okay, Walter Smith. What? So Ewan asked me to be in the episode, and I was like, Okay, yeah, sure. Which is Resurrection of Black Warrior. I'm sure you already know.
Yep.
So I came up. I like the name Walt. I came up with the first name actually. I like the name Walter because I just thought it was a good name. I thought it would be a name like if I have a son in the future, I would name him Walter. Obviously not anymore. I don't want to name my son after Walter anymore. But back then I liked the name Walter, so he asked me, "What do you think the first name should be?" I said Walter, and then I didn't know what the last name should be, so he came up with Smith because it's British. I did not like the last name, but I didn't really mind. And then yeah, Walter Smith was created, and then other stuff happened.
Okay. So there was only one episode of the Walter Smith audio drama released, and it coincidentally released on April 1st. Was it supposed to be a series, or was it just an April Fool's?
It was originally going to be a series, but it was not an April Fool's joke. It was just coincidental. I did not. It was not April Fool's, despite how bad I think it is. I asked Ewan if we were going to do episode 2 or something. He said no, so I was like, okay, I guess that's it. So it was originally going to be a series, but not anymore. So let's leave it. So that's how it is.
Okay. So, what is your favorite Doctor from both the show and from any fan film?
My favorite Doctor, that's kind of hard. So from the original show, my favorite Doctor is either the 10th or the 12th Doctor. Cause back then they were both like my fictional role models back then. They were both super cool. They have sunglasses. They have these calm faces whenever they're in the face of danger. They're not too goofy like the 11th Doctor. My favorite Doctor from fan film, that's really hard. Because right as of now, I'm not really into fan films anymore, despite I still work on the wiki. Oh god, that's super hard. I guess my favorite... I guess my favorite... I don't really want to say this, but I guess my favorite as of now is Luke Newman as the Little Red Doctor. As of now, because I didn't want to answer that because I feel like it would be like a common answer, you know? Like he's the most popular Doctor. I just want to be a unique answer. But I can't decide as of now. So if I do, I'll just...
I wanted to go with nostalgia.
Yeah, he goes with nostalgia.
I wanted to go with nostalgia. Favorite would be the history nerds' 13th Doctor.
Oh yeah. Well, he's not my favorite. Well, I wouldn't say he's my favorite Doctor. He's more like a comic relief. So, I mean, I do like their videos, but they don't take it serious. They take Doctor Who in a comedy form, but I usually base my favorites on a serious form, you know.
They're trying serious with a lot of them. Like, their last episode ended on a cliffhanger. I'm still waiting on it.
Yeah.
But, okay. So this is my last question because you kind of already answered one of them.
Okay.
What's your favorite normal episode of Doctor Who and your favorite fan film episode of Doctor Who?
They're both hard, I guess.
That's gotta be hard to pick.
My favorite episode of canon Doctor Who's obviously not in the 12th Doctor era because reason. I don't know. I guess the first I guess it's any episode in series 1 because it's the first season I ever watched of Doctor Who, so I'll say that. I can't be specific. I guess it's the end of the world or Rose or the season finale or Father's Day or
the entire season.
What? Not the Sylvain's episode. I do like the episodes, but they're not my favorite. Not the farting aliens. Yeah. My fandom episode. That is hard because, like I said, I like all fan films the same, and it's kind of hard for me to choose. Deciding on the top of my head, my favorite episode is, I guess, that Gmod Doctor Who episode where they travel to a Minecraft universe. It's called 8-Bit. It's by JT Gaming. I don't know if he still goes by that name. You can find it on YouTube. It's still up. I don't know if it'll be down soon. It's called 32-Bit. I thought it was a cool concept where the Gmod characters go to a different universe where it's on Minecraft. It might not look good as of now, but it was cool to me back then, so I'll just say that.
Okay. Well, anyway, that was all my questions. So, this has been a Talk with a Talk with A Whovian podcast. I'm Hayden.
Is that how you're going to end it? I'm Daniel.
Good night.
Good night. Good night, Babs. Another reference.